check. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing back on track. Let's talk about Intel Take 2. All right, the two lone people who are in here, welcome. We're going to get this back on track. Man, I'll tell you. Yo, what's up, Justin? What's up? Let's say Mound. What's happening? All right, here we go. Man, I was talking about hyperinflation. All right, here's the deal. So, for at least since 2016, and really maybe even a little before then, I've been pushing back on this whole idea that we're going to have imminent hyperinflation, okay? I don't think hyperinflation is imminent, but now I feel comfortable enough to put a timeline on it. Hey, what's up, Charles? Hey, man, since I got PNG'd off of Facebook, I've actually missed hanging out and kind of chatting with everybody. So if you're on Facebook, Charles, tell everybody I said hey. All right, so I can finally put a date on it, and my expectation is that if we do have hyperinflation, I really think it's going to occur sometime as early as 2024 and as late as 2044. But I feel confident somewhere in there. I think that's when we can expect it. You know what the funny thing is? The Weimar Republic's collapse, their hyperinflation, actually happened in late 1922 into 1923, roughly 100 years ago. So how weird is it? How weird will it be if the United States has a currency collapse about 100 years after the Weimar Republic did? So at any rate, I'm a lot more open now. One reason, again, I don't think this is imminent, but I've been thinking a lot over the past several weeks about how I'm going to deal with that specifically. And I'm by no means a wealthy man, but where am I, the little bit of savings that I've built up, where am I going to put it? And I was doing a bunch of research. I came across this Bank of America thing talking about the assets that perform best during high inflation, and obviously real assets, precious metals, real estate, so on and so forth. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what Bank of America, the research that I saw. But I'll tell you what really piqued my interest the other day is Michael Burry. Okay, right? He's the guy from The Big Short. He's the trader that foresaw the 2008 financial crisis. There's a book written about him and a movie, and actually a really good movie. Okay, hey, the hyperinflation thing. Okay, just to reiterate, I think it's much more likely on the farther end of this timeline than on the sooner end, but anywhere between 2024 and 2044. And if you're a Forward Observer subscriber, I've been kind of stating that case. Every Thursday I write an economic early warning report. Hey, what's up from Montana? Cool. Hey, I'm going to be out in Montana in September. Hey, you have video. There is video. It's nighttime and I'm driving in my truck. And look, I can turn this light on. Hey, listen, I'm going to be out in Montana. I'm going to do a course in Missoula, Montana in September. So go to www.grayzoneactivity.com, sign up for the new course updates, because I've been working on, in July, I'm going to be back out in Pennsylvania. Actually, this is going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to this. I think we're going to try to do this Pennsylvania class in Gettysburg, right around the Battle of Gettysburg took place in early July. So I think we're going to try to do that Gettysburg, Pennsylvania course on around the 10th to the 11th, whatever weekend that is. And then on that Monday, this is completely optional, but Monday I want to go do kind of like a ride along or get like a battlefield tour of Gettysburg. And also I have a book about intelligence during the Civil War. And And then I have another book about intelligence at Gettysburg. Basically it's all scout and reconnaissance stuff. A little bit of kind of battle tracking and or what we would call battle tracking. So anyway, I'm going to read through that, and it kind of goes into the spies and all the intrigue and the espionage that was taking place in and around Gettysburg, around there. So what I'd really like to do is read that book, and then we will go to do a battlefield tour of Gettysburg. And, you know, by all means, we'll listen to the park ranger, and, you know, maybe if you go along with us, you know, maybe I can tell some stories that I picked up from the book and kind of explain what the intelligence picture probably looked like for them. Okay, at any rate, Michael Burry talks about hyperinflation. Michael Burry was the guy from The Big Short. They wrote a book, and actually a really good movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I guess maybe it still is. And he was talking about the similarities between the Weimar Republic of the early 1920s and the U.S. today, which is, again, it's kind of odd because we're in the early 2020s. And he talks about how there were speculative bubbles forming in the Bourse, which is the German stock market. And there were so many orders coming in that the Bourse actually had to stop trading just to be able to process all the orders. Yeah, I know it's dark. I'm in my truck. I'm driving. Easy money policies. The same shit the same stuff the Fed's doing now, just printing money and $80 billion a month just for liquidity and, you know, all this other stuff. Low interest rates, super easy to get cash. Actually, you know, I run a small business. Actually, I run two small businesses, Forward Observer and Gray Zone Activity. And my payment processor keeps hitting me up. They keep trying to get me to take out a small business loan. It's not even a PPP loan. They're just like, hey, here's a bunch of money. Just pay this one-time fee, and then you pay us back whatever percentage a month or whatever. So it's just incredibly easy just to get money right now. And it actually had occurred to me a couple of months ago just to take out the largest loan that I could and just dump it all in Bitcoin. This is when Bitcoin was still like around somewhere between 8,000 and 9,000, 20 and 21,000. That's the time that I actually really started thinking about, I just ought to take this money and dump it into Bitcoin. I didn't. Maybe I should have. My wife would have divorced me maybe, but until Bitcoin popped to 50, and then, you know, and then maybe she would have. Hey, what's up? Sorry. Hey, I'm going through these hills, and man, every time I get on the backside of a hill, cell service just snaps for a second. But okay, so anyway, Michael Burry's talking about this book called Dying of Money. It's written by a guy named Jens Parson, P-A-R-S-S-O-N, Dying of Money. And this guy writes about the history of inflation in both Germany and the United States. It was written back in the 1930s. And so selling new bonds, YouTube. Okay, great. Hey, listen. So 1922. 180 billion Deutschmarks in existence. By mid-1983, 180 billion Deutschmarks would not even buy you a newspaper. So that is the brief story. I mean, it was like slow and then all at once. And the German central bank thought they had it under control, and they did until they didn't. And so Michael Burry is basically talking about this. He says, look, we're repeating the same exact mistakes as the Weimar Republic. We're going to have hyperinflation. And I go through. And so, listen, all these guys that I follow, all these major financial, not even financial advisors, man. Jeff Gundlach dropped the name Marty Zweig, who in October 1987 again, I don't think it's imminent. Like, I'm not saying, I don't think it'll happen next month. Actually, this is interesting. Scott said that this market bubble could go into next year. And so who knows how long this